When you think of a hacker, what do you see? A pale face illuminated only by a computer screen? Do you hear the clacking of a keyboard, or surely the echoes of an illicit cyber activity? Or do you picture a team of well-compensated lawyers scouring their way through the tax code at the behest of an investment bank, finding loopholes for lobbyists to champion in Congress? Bruce Schneier, adjunct lecturer in public policy at Harvard Kennedy School and a leading expert in cybersecurity, thinks the second picture is more accurate.
And we think of hacking as something, right, a teenager in a hoodie does against computer systems. But even that's not true. The NSA are the world's best hackers, and other countries' governments are the world's best hackers. And hacking is linked to power. That if you are rich and powerful, you are going to comb the tax code or financial regulations, looking for loopholes.
Economic systems, social systems, systems of a democratic society, all of these systems, according to Schneier, can be hacked and are being hacked by powerful interests in the name of gaining more power. Meanwhile, the rest of us are scraping by, doom scrolling on social media, and either glued to or altogether avoiding political news coverage. The solution? According to Schneier, the rest of us need to get good at hacking too. On this episode of Behind the Book, we speak with Bruce Schneier about his latest book, A Hacker's Mind: How the Powerful Bend Society's Rules and How to Bend Them Back. Let's back up. What even is a hack? You argue that a hack is something a lot more basic and widespread that's been happening throughout all of human history, essentially. So what is hacking in the Bruce Schneier sense of the word?
I think of a hack as something that follows the rules but breaks its intent. So a tax loophole, not something illegal, but a loophole, a mistake in the law. If I go to a restaurant and I go to the buffet and I take more food than I can eat, I'm not breaking the rules, but I'm kind of not doing what's expected of me. So hacking is something we think about in computers, but to me, any set of rules will have loopholes, will have things the designers haven't thought of, and people will want to take advantage of it.
Consider ride-sharing companies. Schneier calls their services a hack of the taxi industry. He says that because ride-sharing companies define themselves as internet platforms that connect drivers with people who want to be driven, they try to absolve themselves of responsibility for their drivers or their cars. If they don't technically have employees or assets, then they can't be bound by labor or safety regulations.
So I think hacking is an important way to understand what's going on, right? As long as there are people or organizations that are looking for some advantage in a political economy, in a market economy, they are going to hack. And this has been true throughout history. They're going to look for ways to get an advantage at the expense of everybody else.
One system Schneier thinks this long-standing history of hacking can help us understand is the rise of artificial intelligence. Far from seeing AI and its popularity as novel, he thinks it's yet another example of powerful people exploiting the vulnerabilities of our social structures. Often when you describe the ways that AI are already hacking us, you're really describing the ways that tech corporations are hacking us with AI.
I'm less concerned about AIs going off the rails and doing things its designers didn't intend, because I'm worried about things the designers did intend. So I don't need the AI to break free from its constraints. The need of humans to find hacks is already great, and the rich and powerful are going to use these systems to increase their power. So it's the existing power dynamics that are the problem, and how these AI systems will exacerbate them. They're going to make the powerful more powerful.
Schneier's framework encourages us to start seeing the world in terms of its loopholes, to get better at understanding where our systems could and already are breaking. Scaling up this skill, he says, is critical to creating a robust system of government regulations that can close loopholes before they become catastrophic.
No industry wants to be regulated, but I'm sorry, too freaking bad.
Right, move fast and break things can't happen at a human scale.
Because breaking things actually breaks things.
Right.
And if you break things no one cares about, sure, move fast and break things. When you're breaking life and property and democracy, then, we might want to slow you down.
The book is A Hacker's Mind: How the Powerful Bend Society's Rules and How to Bend Them Back. Written by Bruce Schneier, adjunct lecturer in public policy at Harvard Kennedy School. It's published by W.W. Norton and Company. This has been Behind the Book, a production of Library and Research Services at Harvard Kennedy School. Find past and future episodes of Behind the Book by subscribing to Harvard Kennedy School on YouTube, subscribing to our newsletter, and visiting our website.